Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 1. It says, "These are the words of the covenant which Yahweh commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel." I'm going to go up a little bit. I like that. Curses and laws. It says, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. "Now it shall come to pass, if you diligently obey the voice of Yahweh your God, to observe carefully all his commandments, which I command you today, that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Lord your God, will set you high above all the nations of the earth, and all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you, because you obeyed the voice of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Lord your God. Blessed are you who be in the city, and blessed shall you be. No, blessed shall you be in the city, and blessed shall you be in the country. Blessed shall be the fruit of your body, the produce of your ground, and the increase of your herbs, the increase of your cattle, and the offspring of your flocks. Blessed shall be your basket and netting bowl, and your netting bowl. Blessed shall you be when you come in, and blessed shall you be when you go out. The Lord will cause your enemies who rise against you to be defeated before your face. They shall come out against you one way and flee before you 7 ways. It says, then Yahweh will command the blessing on you and your storehouses, and all which you will set your hand, and he will bless you in the land which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Lord your God, is giving you. It says, the Lord Yahweh will establish you as a holy people to himself, just as he has sworn to you, if you keep the commandments of Yahweh your God and walk in his ways. Then all peoples of the earth shall see that you are called by the name of Yahweh, and they shall be afraid of you. And Yahweh will grant you plenty of goods, and the fruit of your body, and in the increase of your stock, and the produce of your ground, and the land of which Yahweh swore to your fathers to give you. It says, Yahweh, the Lord, will open to you his good treasure, the heavens, to give the rain to your land in its season, and bless all the work of your land. You shall lend to many nations, but you shall not borrow. And Yahweh will make you the head and not the tail. You shall be above only, and not beneath. If you heed the commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Lord your God, which I command you today, and are careful to observe them, so you shall not turn aside from any of the words which I command you this day, to the right or to the left, to go after other gods and serve them. But it shall come to pass, if you do not obey the voice of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, to observe carefully all his commandments and statutes which I command you today, that all these curses will come upon you and overtake you. Cursed shall you be in the city, and cursed shall you be in the country. Cursed shall be your basket and your netting bowl. Cursed shall be the fruit of your body, and the produce of your land, the increase of your cattle, and the offspring of your flocks. Cursed shall you be when you come in, and cursed shall you be when you come out. Call on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach Kodash. Call on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach Kodash. First and foremost, giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach Kodash, the great Ali Shaddai of Israel, the possessor of the heavens and earth, and of the spirits of heaven and earth. And we giving all respect to his only begotten Son, Yahushai, the Adonai, the Hamashiach, the light of this world, the one who died for Israel and rose to sit to become his Father's royal right arm, my Redeemer, my Comforter, my salvation, and the only one that plead his blood over Israel, the only nation granted for his salvation. Amen. Giving all respect to the great millstone, GMS, the ones who gave me this truth, sacred wisdom and knowledge and understanding from Yahweh on high, waking me up, allowing me to know the name of Yahweh Shem Shai and its only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, and allowed me to know who I am, and waking me out of the sleep from the valley of the dry bones, are the great prophets of GMS Millstone. Shalom to my brothers, much respect and much love to all my brothers. Much respect to the Akim, my brothers that's not a part of the truth, no, not a part, Salakia, not a part of Great Millstone, but you follow them. Much respect to you, and you do your videos on the highways and byways, and you do your videos at home. You do the best that you can, risking your freedom and your life to do so, just as well as Great Millstone. And shalom to the Aqua, the beautiful women that's in the church. Salakia, the beautiful women that's in the body of Israel. And whether you got a man or not, you fear the statutes and commandments of Yahweh, and you learn in silence. Shalom, shalom, shalom to you guys, and coming back to you with another video, and bringing out the word. And this one is about the curses and how we went into captivity for not observing Yahweh's commandments. And all this was spoken of before, and it was written in the Bible for our learning, and to learn who we are, and to learn our captivity, and to learn our past and how we came to be here today in this damn near 500-year captivity under the Edomites. Because the 400 captivity talks about us serving Egypt, so that's the Hamites, but we in like a 500-year or probably longer captivity here in the land of Edom, and it explains the story of how we got here and the laws and the curses that fall heavily upon us today, that are still upon us, and we can't get away from the curses. But one thing that's happening to the curses is that the more and more we enter into the tribulation, the more and more the curses are coming off of us and going on to our enemies. So, so we can continue in this. It says, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 19. Cursed shall you be when you come in, and cursed shall you be when you go out. It says, Yahweh will send on you cursing, confusion, and rebuke, and all that you set your hand to do, until you are destroyed, and until you perish quickly, because of the wickedness of your doings, in which you have forsaken me. And that's exactly what we did. We didn't listen to Yahweh. Because if we did listen to Yahweh, we'd be the rulers of the earth, and we wouldn't have fell off the way we did. So we didn't listen to Yahweh, so all these curses came upon us. It says, Yahweh will make the plague cling to you until he has consumed you from the face of the land, which you are going to possess. It says, Yahweh will strike you with consumption, with fever, with inflammation, with severe burning fever, the sword, with scorching. That's exactly what happened. All types of diseases, us being attacked and destroyed by foreign people. It says, and with mildew, they shall pursue you until you perish. Yep, that's exactly what happened. And your heavens, which are over your head, shall be bronze, and the earth which is under you shall be iron. It says, Yahweh will cling to rain of your land, to powder and dust. From the heaven it shall come down on you until you are destroyed. It says, Yahweh will cause you to be defeated before your enemies. You shall go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and you shall become troublesome to all the kingdoms of the earth. That's exactly what happened. The Negroes and the Mexicans and the Indians are troublesome. They mock us. They laugh at us. We the ones that they're racist against. The entire earth is all the same against the Negroes, Mexicans, and Indians. They know that they're the true children of Israel. So you can go anywhere around the world, and they're going to treat you the same way, like a slave or, Negro. It says, your carcass shall be food for all the birds of the air and the beasts of the earth. Those are nations. and no one shall frighten them away. Yep. No one can stop them from consuming us but Yahweh. It says, Yahweh will strike you with the boils of Egypt, with tumors, with scab, and with the itch, from which you cannot be healed. It says, Yahweh will strike you with the madness and blindness and confusion of heart. Yep, that's what happened. All these curses came upon us because we didn't want to listen to the Lord. And you shall grope at noonday as a blind man gropes in darkness. You shall not prosper in your ways. You shall be only oppressed and plundered continually, and no one shall save you. And you can feel like you got the money and you famous and all that, but in the eyes of the Edomites, in the eyes of the other world, you still a slave, you still a nigger. In some way, you're serving them. In some way, you're still in captivity. There's no way out of it. Even if you feel like you got all the money and you rich, you just a high-paid slave. That's all that it is. You're not going to escape it, okay? You're going to finish your sentence, and then we're going to enter into freedom. But some of us has been stuck, which is the term called house nigga, you know? Some of us feel like we are highly regarded to white people when they actually not. They got that love-hate thing and favoritism thing, which is in the Willie Lynch letters, you know, to take a Negro and a couple of Negroes and reward them, and the other Negroes would get mad and they would go against each other, causing, like the Lord said, confusion and blindness. They attacking each other over something that the slave master is doing when they should all be against them. And over time, to make matters worse with that, they would reward and uphold the house niggas, you know what I'm saying, whether they were a lighter color or whether they were completely obedient, they would reward them, and that would cause a split, you know. It says, and you shall grope at noonday as a blind man gropes in darkness. You shall not prosper in your ways. You shall be oppressed, only oppressed and plunder continually, and no one shall save you. And, you know, like I said, a lot of our people, they got comfortable here in this society. So they got comfortable with the white man was doing, you know, in a weird way. Like, and the Lord has not opened their eyes. So when these things start to happen and the economic crash hits and it brings them back to the Great Depression, and these EMPs happen and the plagues go full circle, which they are as we speak. They're starting to go full circle. The famine, the sword, and the pestilence. You know, they all going full circle right now. It's about to be a complete circle. So every day that you wake up, it's going to be chaos. Every day that you wake up, it's going to be death. Every day that you're going to wake up, you're going to have to worry about food. You're going to have to worry about water. You're going to have to worry about taking care of your people, you know, for those of us. But some of us, we know the game, that in time, we just going to have to leave our people. Some of us, we know, you know, the truth, and we know the ultimate sacrifices that we have to give up in order for Yahweh Shemi Shai to fully protect us. Because in the days that's coming, it's going to be either my life or yours. That killed or be killed. Save them or die trying, or save yourself and get away. Sometimes being a hero will get you killed, and being a coward could be the wisest thing that you ever did. Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. Because when these days come, you're going to have to choose. And the choices is going to be very, very difficult. Us being tested and us coming out of our captivity, it won't be easy. Especially for those of us that's not in the word, you know. A lot of us that's not in the word, they going to have the worst difficulty because they don't want to come out of what they're in. So God is going to have to force them to come out of it. But they got so many attachments to the world. What do you do with somebody like that that's emotionally binded to something, spiritually binded to something, and then you just tear they ties apart, like a woman is binded to her baby, and the Lord just tear the spiritual ties apart by killing the child? You know, that's the way you do it. But you know, like, you know, our people is just not understanding that, you know. and it's gonna be more. It's gonna be detrimental to them. That's why some of us is the Lord put in our head not to have kids. Some of us, the Lord put in our head not to make a family, not to go so far in the earth, not in the world, in Esau's world, not to make a profession, not to make a career, not to go get houses, even though we want to. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the natural nature of our body, is to progress and improve. But at the end of the day, it's not worth it. At the end of the day, all this is about to pass away. So don't set your sights on surviving. You know what I'm saying? Not on trying to build and make a life and have these spiritual attachments to the world. When the Lord rip that umbilical cord off the baby, then the baby is on its own. It's completely separate from the mother, you know? And that's exactly what's about to happen to the rest of our people. That umbilical cord gonna get clipped. And after that, you're on your own, you know? And our people like this world to have it, so they got comfortable in this shit. And it's not meant to be, comfortable, but they did. So when the world passed away, they're not gonna know what to do, you know? They don't mind being oppressed. It says, and plundered continually, and no one shall save you. You shall betroth a wife, but another man shall lie with her. You shall build a house, but you shall not dwell in it. That's slave trade. You shall plant a vineyard, but shall not gather its grapes. Your ox shall be slaughtered before your eyes, but you shall not eat of it. Your donkey shall be violently taken away from before you, and you shall not be restored to you. Your sheep shall be given to your enemies, and have no one to rescue them. Your sons and your daughters shall be given to other people, that's slavery, and your eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long, and there shall be no strength in your hand. He talking about Black Friday in the 1600s, when we was being sold for 50 cents, you know what I'm saying, to 25 cents to 75 cents or a dollar, you know what I'm saying, or 20 bucks. That's like $100 back in the days, probably $200. We were being sold off, and our families were being given away. And you had those emotional ties to them, so you would worry about them all day. You would worry about them all night. Whether they got killed by the white man, whether they, they surviving, how are they doing, and despair is gonna hit you because you don't know that, and you're never gonna see them again. You're never gonna find out. It says, a nation whom you have not known shall eat the fruit of your land, and the produce of your labor. Yep. The Christopher Columbus event, where he seen everything that the Indians and the Mexicans had, and he came in, he took it and took it over. Because the land was rich, They had gold, they had silver. The Israelites on this side and in America had it all too, It says, and you shall be only oppressed and crushed continually. Yep, that's what happened. Anybody that showed any signs of rebellion, the white man would either buck break them, have them split, you know what I'm saying, have them split in two by horses, beaten to death by a whip, beat them so bad their insides fall out of their back, have dogs eat them alive, hang them, burn them, castrate them, rape your woman, rape your kids, kill your babies right in front of you, So that's being crushed continually. Any insurrection, any sign of it is going to get crushed. It says, so you shall be driven mad because of the sight which your eyes see. Yep. You're going to be seeing so much death, so much pain, and so much despair. You're going to long for Yahweh, but Yahweh ain't going to come. And Yahweh was so angry with us during our slave trade and what we did and how we turned our back on him that he even removed his name from us so we wouldn't be able to call on him. So we forgot a lot of things, Our past ancestors, which we are ancestors, we forgot a lot. We forgot to the point to where we couldn't speak no more. It was just robots, Couldn't feel no more, didn't care no more. That's what happened. It says, Yahweh will strike you in the knees and on the legs with severe boils which cannot be healed, and from the sole of your foot to the top of your head. Yahweh will bring you and the king whom you set over you to a nation which neither you nor your fathers have known, and there you shall serve other gods, wood and stone. Yep, gods that can't deliver, gods that can't save. And that's them Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? The Buddha, Catholic Church, Kali. But this one, these gods are not real. They can't save, they can't cure. And he gave them over to demons, that he gave them over to wicked spirits, and they tore us apart, man. And you shall become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, where Yahweh will drive you. Meaning that they call us names, wetback, tawny, and nigger or negro. You shall carry African American, Mexican, Indian. You shall carry much seed out to the field, but gather little in, for the locust shall consume it. Yep. White people gonna eat it before you do, because they the locust. It says, you shall plant vineyards and tend them, but you shall neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worms shall eat them. That's the Edomites again. It says, you shall have olive trees throughout your all your territory, but you shall not anoint yourself with the oil, for olives shall drop off. It says, you shall beget sons and daughters, but they shall not be yours, for they shall go into captivity. Locusts shall consume all your trees and the produce of your land. The alien who is among you shall rise higher and higher above you, and you shall come down lower and lower. That's true. We living in the worst poverty that we've ever experienced in this life, while we watch our enemy go higher and higher and higher. But Yahweh is of justice and equity. So there is a price that our enemy has to pay for doing these terrible things, which he did not realize, but it's coming down on him, and it's coming down on him hard. He shall lend to you, but you shall not lend to them. He shall be the head, and you shall be the tail. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon you in pursuit and overtake you until you are destroyed, because you did not obey the voice of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai your God. Keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded you, and they shall be upon you for a sign and a wonder, and on your descendants forever. Yep. It's been like that for a while, man. For a long time. That's how we know that we the children of Israel. Because you did not serve Yahweh your God with joy and gladness of heart for the abundance of everything, because we was wicked and we pushed God away. God didn't push us away. We pushed God away. And we chose to worship a king over Yahweh. And Yahweh got mad and went and scored and punished us. We gods, and we want to worship a king instead of worshiping God. Gods worship God, not no man. It says, therefore you shall serve your enemies, whom Yahweh will send against you in hunger and thirst, in nakedness, in need of everything. Yep, because we was put on them slave ships and we was butt naked. Some of us didn't even have drawers or, underwear or anything, nothing to clothe us. And he will put a yoke of iron on your neck until he has destroyed you. Yep, there it is. Yahweh getting to it. Yahweh will bring a nation against you from afar, from the ends of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies. A nation whose language you do not understand. English. You didn't understand that shit. We speak in Hebrew. Paleo Hebrew at that. A nation fierce and fierce continents, which does not respect the elderly, nor show favor to the young. That's right. They'll kill you whether you old or whether you young. And they shall eat the increase of your livestock and the produce of your land until you are destroyed. They shall not leave you grain, nor new wine or oil, or the increase of your cattle, or the offspring of your flocks, until they have destroyed you. Exactly. Why do you think these white people are scrambling? Not only they scrambling, because of the collapse of the dollar, they scrambling because the curses are coming upon them. They are being laid bare by Yahweh, because Yahweh never liked it Esau. He never liked it the Edomites. They've been set up. So all these things that are in the Bible are actually real events that happened. They was hanging children. They used to take postcards of hanged Israelites and sell them for like 5 to 25 cents, and they would make them on the daily. And Edomites, white people, would really buy these postcards of dead Israelites, you know. And it was just sickening and twisted to see like a corpse of Israelite being burned alive, and they got a picture of it for the Daily Mail, you know. That's how it was. It was great hatred that was shown to our people, you know. And this hatred is so bad to the point to where Yahweh said that they children's children, their next generations, the generations of today now, they gotta pay for all the shit that they people have done in the past. They are their people. So they have to pay for everything. Okay? This is what they're afraid of. This is why a lot of them don't believe in the Bible. And the ones that do read the Bible, they stuck in Christianity, they're blind. So they never really connected the dots or even thought that, you know what I'm saying, the children of Israel were the Negroes, the Mexicans, and the Indians, you know. Some of them were blind to that fact, and when they seen it, they chose not to believe it. Some of them seen it and just put the book down, because you got white people calling themselves Christians, and the real Christians are the Israelites. And you got, you know, white people that's reading it and connecting the dots like, wait a second. This awfully sounds like the slave trade events that happened a couple of years ago, you know. Because it wasn't that too much long ago before they liberated slavery. It wasn't that damn long ago. Come on now. It might seem like 50 to 60 to 70 years, you know what I'm saying? But that ain't long in the eyes of Yahweh. That was just a couple of minutes ago and a couple of seconds ago in the eyes of the Lord. It just happened. It's still new and fresh in our minds and fresh in the Lord's mind. Like God said, that just happened, man. Yeah, but in your time, it probably happened over 100 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But in the eyes of Yahweh, it didn't happen not too long ago. And that's the glory of the Lord and the spiritual power that he gives, because he lets us know, you know what I'm saying, certain things. And we stuck on that spiritual level to where, you know, what's a good example of being on a spiritual level? Shoot, we know who we are. That's a spiritual level. Knowing history, that's a spiritual level, you know. Oh, you might be 47 years old. You know what I'm saying? The white man label you 47 years old, but you look like you still 23 to me. You know what I'm saying? Whether in your appearance or in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Oh, people say that I look like I'm 19, but I'm actually 29, you know? Because of the age and the times that we live in, you know, and everything was relabeled and everything was changed. Even time itself is a lie. We don't even live in this kind of time no more. Oh, you might think it's Tuesday, but it's actually just another day to me. That's how the spiritual level that Yahweh trained us on, you know. Oh, you might go by time, but we go by the sun and the phases of the moon, you know. Oh, you can go by a map, but you know, my people, we follow the stars to get to where we need to be. You know, that's spiritual level, you know. And you know, the Lord is putting us back on that spiritual level, giving us back our godlike status, you know what I'm saying? And like Apostle Tahar say, one thing that you journeyed in life, and the most important thing for you to learn is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, his only begotten son Yahweh Shai, the word, and knowing good and evil, you know. So in order for you to be a God, you got to know good and you have to know evil. You got to see it all, you got to know it all. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is light and darkness, and those of us that's following him is following the path of God. We're following, we getting closer and closer to our godhood, to ascending back into our godhood. So, you know, and this is the real ascension. It was never easy. We were being tested from the very beginning, you know. So do we deserve to dwell with God, you know? Do we got what it takes to be on that level? You know, do we have what it takes to see the things that Yahweh sees? You know, are you ready for these kind of things? And this is the Bible giving us that starter kit to make us prepared for what we about to experience, because it's about to be beyond this world, man. And that's something that Esau Edom know, and something that he'll never be able to experience is the power, man. The power ain't no joke, man. They want to live forever. They want new bodies, you know. They want to be the chosen people. They want to be on the right hand with you, with Yahweh Shai and his children, you know, and God's children, and Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai and the angels dwelling, you know, by the Almighty. They want to be all that. They want your power. They want to be who you are. They want your bodies. They know how special they are. And then and we on a spiritual level, so they want to be in our bodies, and we ready for the new. Look, we ready for the new bodies. Amen. God said these bodies ain't worth nothing. I mean, yeah, they special and all that, but the Lord is like, I got better bodies than that. And the white man want our bodies, you know, and we ready for the new bodies. Like, man, this is nothing. Like the Lord said, God said, I got something way better than this. We living in this world, in this darkness. It's hard. It wasn't easy for us. You know what I'm saying? It was very, very treacherous. You know, we're still living under the poverty line. The majority of us are. And if those of us that are making it, either Yahweh put you there, you know what I'm saying, for a reason, or you sold out, you know. Because you got some of them that, you know, was highly favored, you know, by the white man and all that due to the will and power of Yahweh. And it was put on certain statues. And you got some of them, the pressure and the poverty was so bad that these niggas sold out. They sold out and they sold their souls to the white man, you know. But, you know, the majority of us that are real Israelites, we on the poverty line, you know. And that's just what it is, man. This is living hell. This is the real circle of hell. You know, imagine you going out to go work your ass off, bust your ass, pay all these bills. You know what I'm saying? Take care of the things that you got to do. Work hard and hard and hard. Spend all your money. At the end of the day, you going broke. You go to sleep. You wake up. The day repeats again. You know, you do the same thing again. You know, bust your ass, work, pay your bills, take care of your family. You don't got no more money at the end of the day. You go to sleep, the day repeats again. But it's not the same with these white folks. Them niggas over there having a high time. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas turn up every day. They don't care about shit. You know? They got everything that they want. But they missing something. God. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what some of the Edomites that the Lord revealed their eyes, and for them to find out the ultimate truth and their fate, you know what I'm saying, and what's about to happen to them, and that they the real mortals, you know what I'm saying, they the real humans, and that the niggas that they've been treating like trash and slaves, them the gods, you know what I'm saying, them the ones that are not human, they gon', man, that's the ultimate truth right there, man, that they don't even have a God. They don't have nothing. You know, so why they sitting up there lollygagging and all that, you know what I'm saying? They think they got everything and they actually have nothing, okay? And that's exactly what's about to happen. Move, you fly. I see you flying around me. Get away from me. But we gonna continue real quick, you know? I'm gonna bust some down and get ready to close out. Ooh, I'm gonna get that fly. He just don't know how to stay away. Ooh. He annoying. He flying all up in the camera. Move. I'm gonna catch you at some point. But anyways. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 51, and they shall eat the increase of your livestock and the produce of your land until you are destroyed. They shall not leave you grain new wine or oil, or the increase of your cattle, or the offspring of your flocks, until they have destroyed you. They shall besiege you at all your gates, until your high and fortified walls in which you trust come down throughout all your land, and they shall besiege you at all your gates throughout all your land, which Yahweh Vashem Hawashai has given you. You shall eat the fruit of your own body, the flesh of your sons and your daughters, whom Yahweh has given you. In the past, we had to do that, and in the future, we're going to have to do that, which is now. It's coming up now again. And the siege and desperate straits in your enemy shall distress you. The sensitive and very refined man among you will be hostile towards his brother, towards the wife of his bosom, and toward the rest of his children, whom he leaves behind. Exactly, man. Oh, you don't think? Tell me what you won't do in these times that are coming, man. Oh, I'm gonna protect my family. I'm gonna be a man. I'm gonna hold it down. Really? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see who hard. You know what I'm saying? In the tribulations that's about to come. You never know what you're gonna do when God puts you in that predicament. You could be running with your family and all that, and the bullets is so terrible, and the gunfire is so powerful. Y'all separate, and the goddamn husband and gained speed to get covered, and left his family behind out of fear, and his family done got shot up. You know. One of the kids is dying, you know what I'm saying? So y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can't bear it. Y'all can't do nothing about it, you know? And y'all ain't got no food anyway. Y'all gonna throw his ass in the crock pot and eat him, you know? It's different other scenarios. I'm trying to tell you, for those of y'all who are blind to the truth and don't want to come back, you ain't gonna be blind in these times. You gonna know, you know, that the Lord was angry. It says, so that he will not give any of them the flesh of his children whom he will eat, because he has nothing left in the siege and desperate straits, in which your enemy shall distress you at all your gates. Ooh, it rhymed. Lord not playing. These times about to be serious. The tender and delicate women among you, who would not venture to set the sole of her foot on the ground because of her delicateness and sensitivity, will refuse to the husband of her bosom, and to her son and her daughter. Her placenta, which comes out from between her feet, and her children whom she bears, for she will eat them secretly for lack of everything in the siege and desperate straits, in which your enemy shall distress you at all your gates. So our people are blind, right? They don't see the things that are coming, but some of these people, God gonna open their eyes during these terrible times, and they gonna read this Bible, and they gonna pee their pants. They gonna freak out. It's like, oh my goodness, how did the Lord? They knew about this the entire time. The prophets knew. How come I didn't know? I'm such a fool. It's gonna be bad, and that's exactly what it's coming to. Especially all these bitches that think that they bad bitches. They think that they cool. They think that they tight. They ain't gotta do shit. They sliding around. They get taken care of because they pretty. God say, I got something for your ass, man. You're not gonna be able to handle nothing that God throw at you, man. You feel me? Niggas ain't gonna be paying attention to that shit because they gonna have to survive. You over there nagging and crying and shit. Nigga gonna beat your ass to keep you quiet. Y'all gonna be killing each other during these times. It says, if you do not carefully observe all the words of this law that are written in this book, that you may fear this glorious and awesome name, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, your God. That whole line right there is the Lord's name. And it's going to say the Lord your God. And for those of them that are blind, they're going to read the Lord your God. They're not going to know the sacred name, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, in the name of Yahushua, his only begotten son. They're not going to know that. They're just going to read the Lord your God. So they're going to try to pray to Yahweh, and they're not going to know his name. Lord God, I know you hear me. And it's not going to work. Then Yahweh will bring upon you and your descendants extraordinary plagues, great and prolonged plagues, and serious and prolonged sickness. Amen to the Lord. Niggas don't know how serious it is. They haven't seen a crash since their past couple of lives, which they do not remember because they don't study. You know what I'm saying? They have not seen war yet. They have not seen plagues yet. They have not seen great destruction. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if you don't know about, you know what I'm saying, past lives, you don't remember that. You don't do research like God tell you, and you don't study like God told you to do. So you're not going to remember any of this shit. So when it hits you, it's going to be brand new. But to those of us that are going to experience it, it's not going to be new to us. This happened before. This one is just the big one. Like I said, this one is the real one. This is going to be a severe blow. The Lord is going to take out his anger out on us. And then he going to pour out his fury on our enemies. That's them 2/3 that don't want to come home, that don't believe, don't do what God say. God say this shit is going to get real serious for you. They already talking about running out of food. You see this white man planning taking away your food, taking away your water, taking away your money, taking away your livestock. He crashing shit on purpose and blaming it on other nations. When is the white man doing all that shit? And the other nations are white too, so they all a part of the same grievous plan to go against the children of Israel. So it says, moreover, he will bring back on you all the diseases of Egypt, of which you were afraid, and they shall cling to you. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in this book of law, Yahweh will bring upon you until you are destroyed. It says, you shall be left few in number, whereas you were as the stars of heaven in multitude, because you would not obey the voice of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua your God. That's like the Lord said, it'll be so bad that it'll be so few trees left that a child may count them on his hands. That's how terrible the Lord is and how powerful God is, and Yahweh shouldn't be trifled with. It says, and it shall be that just as Yahweh rejoiced over you to do good and multiply you, so Yahweh will rejoice over you to destroy you and bring you to nothing. And you shall be plucked from off the land which you go to possess. Right, some of us is not even going to make it to see Israel without dying. That's what the Lord is saying. Because we all going back to Israel. That's where we're going back. To the place that's going to be the golden city of the earth. Jerusalem is Israel. And Israel, you know. And a lot of us is going to die, and we're not going to be able to see the land of our salvation, you know. We're not going to be able to see that. We're going to have to die in order to see that and be reincarnated, you know, by the prophets. By the 144,000. It says, then Yahweh will scatter you among all peoples, from one end of the earth to the other, and there you shall serve other gods. Right. Which neither you nor your fathers have known, wood and stone. It says, and among those nations you shall find no rest, nor the sole of your foot have a resting place. But there Yahweh will give you a trembling heart, failing eyes, anguish of soul. Your life shall hang in doubt before you. You shall fear day and night and have no assurance of life. And that's exactly what a lot of us brothers say. Will I make it today? Will I live to see another day? Do I have enough to pay my rent? You know what I'm saying? Do I have enough to take care of my family? What am I going to fucking do? You know? How I'm going to pay this car note and the house? Or in these days that's coming when we reach in the end of Esau's kingdom, how I'm going to feed my family, how I'm going to take care of my people, how I'm going to take care of myself. You're going to be, man, niggas not understanding. But, you know, call on Yahweh B'Shem outside and name outside, that the ones that he opened his eyes to, we do understand. And we know it's coming. And the Lord is preparing us day after day. Every day we read the Bible, every day we bring out lessons as a part of us preparing. Because you can't be prepared physically. You have to be prepared spiritually, okay? You can't be prepared. You can't be prepared mentally. Like, okay, I know I have my own, you know what I'm saying? I got my own pantry. I have a garden. You know, I got all the guns. I got extra food. I got food that'll store me up for at least 6 months to a year. I got a bunker as well. You know, I got my house. My house is fortified. You know what I'm saying? My house is bulletproof. That is not going that is not going to save your fucking life. You being spiritually prepared is going to save your life. You knowing the truth of who you are, because the only ones that's going to survive is the elect, and they Israelites. No other nation is going to be saved. There's going to be a lot of people dying, and the 2/3 that don't come back are going to die. Okay? So we're going to read this and then close out. Move, you fly, man. In the morning you shall say, oh, that it were evening. And even you shall say, oh, that it were morning, because of the fear which terrifies your heart, and because of the sight which your eyes see. And that's during the slave trade. We was getting beaten and killed so bad, we was wondering when the white people were going to just go in their house and lay their ass down and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? The morning wake up, we wish that the day was already over with. Like, man, you motherfucker about to beat my ass again. I got to go out there in them cotton fields again. I got to go out here and cater to this white man again. I'm going to get raped again. To get my ass beat. Man, all kind of shit. I'm starving so bad. I'm gonna go and try and steal some shit, knowing I'm gonna get killed. And that's during our slave trade pass. It says, and Yahweh will take you back to Egypt in ships by the way of which I said to you, you shall never see it again. And there you shall be offered for sale to your enemies as male and female slaves, but no one will buy you. And that pretty much sums up the transatlantic slave trade. And the white people are afraid because they're about to pay for a lot of blood. They're about to pay for a lot of destruction. You know, some of them don't give a fuck. Majority of them don't. And some of them do know it's coming. But regardless of the fact, the Lord promised that He gonna take all their lives. All of them gonna be taken. And those of them that join hand in hand with them, they gonna be taken too, man. And you don't want to be one of these people that's over here worshiping this damn white man and following him, and you didn't turn back to the Lord. You didn't care about Yahweh. You didn't give a fuck. You just went on about your life doing whatever the fuck you wanted, and you didn't care about the consequences either. So with that, calling Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rekwakwa in the name of Yahweh Shai. And so until the next video, Shalom. Good night.